The pursuit of military supremacy in the Soviet Union wasn't confined to missiles or aircraft. Deep beneath Moscow, in the sterile environment of a secret laboratory, scientists attempted to fundamentally alter human nature. This is the story of the KGB's most classified and terrifying foray into genetic modification. We investigate Experiment 47, a ruthless attempt to create a perfect, tireless soldier, a genetically augmented human capable of superhuman feats. It was a clandestine race to rewrite the laws of biology, and the results were monstrous. The project began in the mid-1970s. State security poured unlimited resources into a highly protected underground complex known as Facility Omega, constructed specifically to contain the risks of this research. The goal was audacious: to use newly developed gene therapy techniques to dramatically enhance human strength, endurance, and, most controversially, psychic resistance to all forms of interrogation and mental fatigue. The core of the research centered on a highly unstable experimental viral vector, codenamed Biocode Sigma. This compound was designed to rewrite specific segments of the human DNA at an accelerated rate, dramatically boosting the density of muscle fibers, hyper-accelerating tissue regeneration, and, crucially, eliminating the body's natural pain inhibitors. The ethical compromises made in this pursuit were absolute, conducted without oversight or restraint. The initial phase saw disturbing and profound success. The test subjects, officially designated as volunteers, recruited from military backgrounds, exhibited extraordinary physical results within weeks of augmentation. Their muscle density increased dramatically. Their heart rates stabilized under extreme duress. Their healing rate accelerated to unbelievable speeds, effectively rendering minor wounds irrelevant. They could endure stress and fatigue that would incapacitate a normal soldier 10 times over. The project seemed poised to deliver the ultimate unstoppable military asset. However, the scientists quickly discovered that the biocode Sigma was too volatile for predictable results. By the third month of continuous exposure, the accelerated changes began to destabilize the subject's entire biological systems. Log entries revealed terrifying details of violent, painful physical mutations, rapid, uncontrolled bone restructuring, massive, unpredictable organ enlargement, and chronic, debilitating nerve pain as their bodies struggled to adapt to the enforced evolution. The psychic deterioration was equally horrifying and arguably more dangerous. Subjects experienced profound psychological breakdowns characterized by extreme aggression, acute paranoid psychosis, and a rapid decline in cognitive function. They lost the ability to communicate coherently. One entry in the project's internal logs details the complete, unprovoked destruction of an armored monitoring station by Subject Zero, who displayed an almost animalistic rage and a complete loss of language, using only guttural screams. The turning point came when the experimental augmentation became self-sustaining and uncontrollable. The subjects collectively breached their primary containment using brute force alone. Facility Omega went into immediate and absolute lockdown. The complex became a terrifying maze of concrete corridors and sealed labs occupied by super-strong, unpredictably violent beings whose mutations were rapidly escalating toward a non-human form. The team of scientists suddenly found themselves trapped with their own catastrophic creations. The final hours of the operation centered on the panicked evacuation of the lead research team. The military security personnel, unable to engage the mutated subjects directly due to their enhanced strength, were forced to seal off the deeper levels of the facility, abandoning all remaining staff and any subjects still contained. The sheer terror of the situation led to the execution of the final contingency directive, a complete biological sterilization of the lower sectors. The cleanup operation required a full military detachment, not for rescue, but for total eradication and documentation of the failure. Official reports claimed a catastrophic containment failure involving an experimental chemical payload. The reality, detailed in censored logs, speaks of a brutal confrontation with beings who possessed strength and resilience beyond human comprehension, ultimately resulting in the permanent sealing of the deepest, compromised levels of Facility Omega with massive concrete barriers. Project 47 was officially terminated, its vast library of genetic findings ordered destroyed under direct state authority. But the ultimate question remains: did the Soviets manage to harvest any stable genetic data before the final catastrophic lockdown? And were the mutated volunteers truly eliminated, or were they simply sealed away, waiting and evolving in the abandoned darkness beneath Moscow? The pursuit of the perfect soldier, the attempt to play God with human biology, ultimately resulted in not supremacy, but in biological horror. Experiment 47 remains a grim, silent testament to the hubris and terror of the Cold War.
What do you believe was the true fate of the subjects of experiment number 47? Share your theories on genetic engineering and warfare below. Like and subscribe to ChillX Enigma for more classified history.